What do we got?
Coach, how do you feel the defense is adjusting this week to life without Buddha, or have you had enough time to even figure that out yet?
Yeah, we'll get on the practice field this week and got some guys that we feel comfortable in that spot. And, we all got to kind of pick up our game because we're no doubt we'll miss them a little bit. And but I feel good about who we got going in.
There's a report out about Carlos Watkins needing surgery and he could miss significant time. Can you comment on that?
Yeah, just that.
You're down 2 defensive linemen now. How does that affect kind of what you guys can do?
Yeah, it's just like with Buddha. You know what I mean? Next guy's got to get up and get ready to play. But I feel good about those guys going in. I thought Banks and Stills played pretty well. And then with Carlos going out in the game, that we were a little short there because we like to play with 5. But I like the 5 that will be up. Lucky we'll get him back. He'll be out there today. And so that'll help us. But I feel good about him.
To that, will you guys look to use the 3 or 4 outside linebacker package more because kind of give you some?
No, it kind of goes into with those different packages. We got a bunch of different packages. It's who you're defending and what you need to get done, who they have, who you have. So some different guys will be in different spots and things like that. But we're going to try to do the best we can to win the game.
What's your thoughts on Micah Parsons' ability as a football player?
Obviously he's one of the elite players in the world. He's explosive, fast, powerful. He can rush. He can play the run, takes the ball away. Really good player.
How much do you guys have to game plan against him?
Yeah, you never want to let their best players beat you, but that's why he's one of the best players in the world. So we got to have a plan for him. And understand that he's going to make plays, but you got to try to negate some of his impact splash plays, and go about it from there.
You line up against Paris a lot. He goes off that side. Paris has held up really well so far. What do you think is going to go?
He lines up everywhere. Truthfully, Bob, left, right, over the center, stacked to Will, Mike, everywhere. So you got to have a plan for him with whatever plays you have up. You got to have a plan with where he's at, and to try not to let him impact the game like he's been.
On the flip side of the ball, Dak Prescott and offense put up 70 points in 2 games. How do you slow them down?
Yeah, they got a lot of weapons. It's a well-coached scheme. They've been together for a while now. He's one of the elite throwers in the league. He's a really good decision maker. Ball comes out on time. Hasn't been putting it in harm's way. We got our work cut out for us.
Does it look different than when you performed the previous 2 seasons?
Coach McCarthy's been doing it a long time, going all the way back to San Francisco and Green Bay. And his, I think, impact on the offense was, you could see it, obviously, even when Kellen was calling it. But now him taking over the play calling duties. Coach Schottenheimer is really bright. They're a good offense. They got a lot of skill. They distribute the ball evenly. They mix the run and pass game. They give you different play types, so it's going to be a big-time challenge.
You had mentioned the other day that LJ's injury is also a long-term one. Is there surgery set for him also?
LJ had surgery already.
Is there a chance he comes back?
We'll see. Don't know.
Nick was talking yesterday about the difference, or I guess the split between scheme and just execution. And you had talked about execution as well. How important is that to get the scheme right in terms of putting guys in the right place to execute?
Huge. If you don't play your leverages the correct way, you don't make the right calls, you don't get on the right people, you're not in the right spots, they find it. That's what I was talking about. He knows where to distribute the ball. He knows where the soft spots and zones are. He knows who to attack in man. The ball comes out on time, so we got to be on the same page. We got to stay connected, all 11, rush and cover, cover and rush. Got to do a good job with that.
You didn't challenge that catch on Sunday while at the ground. What kind of goes into your decision-making process?
Saw the big board and thought it was a catch.
Do you just make that call, or do you feel you're up top?
Yeah, we got to process how we go about it, but that was completely me. I said, yeah, he caught it.
Late in the game when you called a quick timeout, obviously, after a Giants play that Saquon got injured on.
Yeah.
Is there a process there where an injury timeout would then get the timeout back? Is that not a rule?
Yeah, you guys can look up the rule.
Nick said it was cool, I guess, the approach on Monday, how everybody kind of came together with the want to fix what went on the previous day. I mean, what kind of goes into that? Did you see the same thing from the coaches?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to the coaches about it. I talked to the players about it. It's not coulda, woulda, shoulda. It's what can I do to get better, to play a little bit better, and help our team win. So they've had a good attitude since we've been here. I'm looking forward to a good week of practice, but they were on it this morning.
I know we've talked a lot about Josh learning the system and coming in a short period of time. Is he getting close to that point where it's all settled in, or do you think there's going to still be a little bit of playing catch up for a little while?
Yeah, I think he's settled in pretty much, but the catch up part for all of our guys is every week it's a new opponent and it's new plays, new defenses, new scheme you're going against. So that plays into how well you can play, every Sunday. So, and that's all of our guys, not just Josh. But I feel good where Josh is as far as conceptually with the operation and what he understands when Drew calls a play, what he's trying to get done with that play call. He's very bright, and that obviously helps with that communication there and the communication to the huddle and him, with production going into it. I thought he played well.
With him being here just a short amount of time compared to the rest of the team, what kind of a balance is it to not put too much on his plate?
Yeah, we're going to do what we think we need to do to win the game, and everyone has to absorb that. But there's a give and take with, how much you, as a coach, when you set up the game plan, how much you want to do and how much can we handle and execute. So that's always a blend that goes on daily, And typically the players give you the best feedback to that. And he's done a really good job with communicating with Drew and about what he's comfortable with, what he's not, what he understands, what he doesn't. All our guys, honestly, have done a pretty good job with that.
How much do you know about the guy you brought in from the 49ers practice squad?
Yeah, extremely athletic. He's played teams before. He can cover, he can tackle. It was a good addition by Monty. It was good. We'll get him acclimated here as quick as we can, get him out there today, and see what he can do.
How much balance was there between how you weighed your history with Kaiser in Philly and now here, just what he showed with the team for you to make him a captain?
I wouldn't. I don't know. The reason he's a captain is more because of his football character, how we want our leaders to act and behave on a daily basis, and he demonstrates that all the time. So that's why he's a captain. It wasn't because I knew him from Philly. You know what I mean? Now, I knew what type of guy he was, obviously being with him for a year, but what he showed during OTAs and training camp is why that decision was made.
We asked you all offseason about the culture, the winning culture that was being set through here, and despite being 0-2, having 2 games under your belt, do you feel like that culture has really been set from what you've seen?
Yeah, we're acting the right way, in my opinion. But you can't. That's how you go about your day of improving on a daily basis in all facets. You don't want to be results oriented, so you got to be process driven. So our guys understand that. And we got to just do things a little bit better to get the results that we want. But I like the path that we're on.
Is there a chance that in the secondary that Christian and Antonio might play more on defense, or are you pretty pleased with the package you have back there?
Yeah, every week we evaluate it. We feel good about both of those guys going in the game, like where we're at with who's playing right now, but not to say that people's roles don't change as we get going. So feel good about those 2 guys.
Obviously, you want to come away with the win. You want to score more points than the other team. The offense took a leap from week 1 to week 2. What would you like to see from week 2 to week 3 from the offense?
I think some of the negatives hurt us. We cleaned some of them up from week 1 to week 2. We did a good job with the explosives. I think, you got to keep, like you said, you always want to score 1 more point than them. But I think just staying out of some 3rd and longs, so that goes to operation on 1st and 2nd down too.
From your perspective, the things that weren't cleaned up from week 1 to week 2, were they the same things or were they different things?
On the offense, they got cleaned up.
Were they the same things, same issues in week 2 than week 1, or were they different issues?
No, kind of some different issues. You know what I mean? Operation, we got to still get cleaned up. That was kind of the same issue pre-snap. Some of the penalties, those are different penalties now. You want to try to always play penalty free. So those are kind of different penalties, but same issue. You want to play clean football. But I felt like the overall operation of generating explosives, running the ball a little bit better, ball coming out of Josh's hand a little bit quicker, I thought we improved on that.
Through 2 weeks, where do you see James' kind of place in this offense?
I mean, he's the workhorse. The run game's going to go through him.
Coach, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.